Hello, everybody. Once again, Adam Vorer, Vice President of the Citizens Committee for Restructured Government, here with another news roundup. Today is Wednesday, May 9th, 2012. All right, let's just go right into the stories. I have a lot of stories. I had a long day at work, and I am tired, and I want to go to sleep. So let's get these stories out of the way. Breaking news: EU faces the prospect of mass civil unrest, even revolution. There's a gentleman here named Nigel Farage, and he's the leader of the United Kingdom Independence Party, and he basically explains in Parliament how they're very, very close to civil unrest and to revolution, and he's basically, I guess, calling them for action and saying, we got to do something about it. But it's just to show you how people are really annoyed all over the world. There is a lot of anger energy flowing around the world. I mean, I feel it. I've been extra angry lately because of the atrocities that are going on. But basically, we just got to keep cool right now and just keep close to Christ and God, because the patience, we just have to have massive amounts of patience right now and just let things unfold kind of in a certain way and just be ready to take action when time is necessary. But he's basically, again, he's explaining how revolution is almost coming in Britain. Oh, not to mention Greece. I couldn't find any Grecian articles, but there's literally wars on the streets in Greece right now. Next link. Here we have Obama affirms gay marriage. That's right. He just affirmed gay marriage today. I guess he had no choice because of that slip up that the vice president, said about his position on gay marriage. But Obama finally came out and was like, "Yep, sign of the times, coincidence." He affirms gay marriage, but it happens at a time where people should be focusing on what's going on on the world and what's going on in the country, how we're losing our rights. Except if they're focusing on, oh, look at that, he condones gay marriage. Well, that's wonderful, but I don't care if you're gay, straight, black, tall or tan or short. I don't care. What are you doing to make the planet a better place? If you're going to be gay, that's your choice. But if you're going to be a gay person and make the world a better place and try to save the planet, well, then I can justify it. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I mean, I try to make the world a better place. I'm not homosexual, of course, but I try to make the world a better place. And it's just, I have an excuse. I made an effort, and I am not to blame. Those who didn't make an effort at all, those are the ones to blame for the problems, because they really need. If everybody got together and took a responsibility, the world would be a better place. But anyway, Obama said that today. So next link. That's just my. Never mind. We'll go to the next one. Okay, here we go. Flashback. Study finds high fructose corn syrup contains mercury. So now they find that high fructose corn syrup, besides being very toxic for your body, now it also contains mercury, as you know, is even more toxic. And mercury toxifies your pineal gland as well as your brain. And there was an old NCIS episode where they were autopsying a brain, and this whole load of mercury just came right out of the guy's brainstem because he had mercury poisoning. So mercury collects in the brain, it collects near the pineal gland. It's totally toxic. It's totally poison. Stop drinking high fructose corn syrup and anything. Next link. Ron Paul is much bigger than people know. This video is basically saying how, Ron Paul is much bigger than people know, and people need to realize that Ron Paul is winning all the delegates while Romney may be winning popular vote, quote unquote, because they can easily, fake the ballots and whatnot. But Ron Paul is bigger, and nobody's reporting on him. But Fox News here is basically saying it, so I guess he got a little bit leaked through. Anyway, next link. This is basically a documentary on what are they spraying with the chemtrails. You guys need to know what they're doing with us with the chemtrails. They're totally toxic from hell. Next link. See, Paul wins most delegates. That's in the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Just wanted to show you guys that picture. Next link. U.S. Senator sounds alarm about precarious Fukushima situation. Warns of imminent release of radiation. I've been saying this in the past couple of videos I made. It's not good. It's not good at all. This is today, Wednesday, May 9th. It's not good at all. I mean, if that building falls down, 2 billion people dead in the North Hemisphere. 2 billion. 2 billion. And unless you have a super good immune system and you have radiation resistance in your DNA and your genetics, you are pretty much fucked. And you are going to have a very, torturous demise. So, we need to wake up and do something about that soon before it's too late. Hold her to Americans. We can kill you without trial. This is the secretary. I believe is he Secretary of Defense? I believe he is the Secretary of Defense, or he works for Obama cabinet. But he basically says we can kill you without trial now. So now it's law. Now they don't even need a trial. They can just kill you in the street just for defending your rights. Because now technically we have no rights because Obama signed international law. So it's technically over. Voting fraud by government officials caught on tape, and they are still not in jail. I'll post that link. Cancer is finally cured in Canada, but Big Pharma has no interest. No surprise there. UK labs have secretly made 155 human-animal hybrids. So they've been making human-animal hybrids, and instead of focusing on making the world a better place, they focus on making animal hybrids. That's really messed up. You guys, I'll leave the article again. You guys can view it at your own leisure. This one has really scared me. FEMA coffins being moved northbound on Georgia Highway 5/8/2012. Are they being transferred to Chicago? These huge black containers, coffins, as you can see, when the driver of this truck noticed the photographer taking pictures, he immediately pulled off of the highway. So they don't want people knowing that they're transferring these FEMA coffins to basically dispose of bodies and other sorts of things. And I'll leave this link so you can find out more information about FEMA camps and what's going on in the country. I don't know if people know about it, but there's been a lot of solar activity lately. It was in 1010 Winds News today, the national broadcast radio. Basically, they have National Public Radio. I'm sorry, they have sunspots appearing on the sun, and it's going to cause sunspots cause magnetic interference with our planet. And I believe in 2004 or 5, I think Sweden lost all their communications and power grid because of the sunspot activity. And it's possible it might hit us in the United States, depending on where you are. So there's an alignment coming up on this month, the 20th of May. It only happens every once in a blue moon. I don't know the dates, but very, very long, very rare, where the Earth, the Moon, the Sun, and the Pleiades star system are going to be aligned. And usually during planetary alignment days, things happen. Weird things happen. Kind of like a full moon, like how everybody goes crazy on a full moon. It's very similar. This is the woman explaining how the solar activity is affecting human consciousness. I will leave that link as well. I don't know how. I didn't watch the video yet, but you can watch that and get more information. If any of you have heard of Terence McKenna, he was a guy who took a lot of shrooms, and he came up with this, chart from visiting, talking to freaking spirits and demons and all that crap. But the only reason why I show his chart, his time wave zero chart, leading to the December 21st, 2012, the end of the Mayan calendar, the only reason I show this is because every time there's a spike or a dip or a dive or an up or a climb, there's a major event that goes on in the world. I mean, just look, today is the 9th, right? So the 9th is right here. I notice whenever it goes low like this, or a plateau, something big happens. Today was the day that Obama, basically said, oh yeah, the gay rights thing, and not to mention there's a lot of civil unrest in the world. I notice when there's an upward spike, there usually is a major negative event, and then when there's a downward spike, it's a positive event. So it's kind of reversed. That's what I've noticed. This is nothing that can be proven. This is just something that's been coincidental. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. It's just very, very interesting and coincidence that every time it goes down, something good happens. Like, I've received a huge influx of business this week. And, as soon as it went down. And on the 10th to the 11th, we're going to start to go up. So, bad things are going to happen, supposedly. This is not, set in stone. But the 20th is the day of the alignment. As you can see, it's in the middle of a downward, which means things are getting better. It could be positive. But the bottom line is, apparently there's some things that, alignments and solar flare activity affect human consciousness. That's why they're spraying so much chemtrails, releasing viruses, toxifying the atmosphere, because as the sun activity increases, we become more aware and we wake up more. Not everybody, but it activates our DNA, the solar flare activity. So you should research that. Research stuff that... And that's basically it. That's all the news I got for you today. I'll leave you with this picture down here. Where is the picture? There it is. Gestapo. That's 1941, Berlin, Germany. Okay. And this is 2011, Los Angeles, California. They look very similar. So bottom line is, it's here, people. It's here. Just hold on tight. Pray to Christ. Pray to Jesus every second of the day, and beg for mercy, and just beg for forgiveness, and just pray that everything works out. And God bless you all. I'll be praying for all of you.